and programs. I'm glad you're here to listen to wonderful program coming to you. And please don't forget to subscribe or give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Welcome to KJ TV. We have Dan Mokua, who's a political analyst, with us from Nyamiracounty. How are you?
Fine, thank you, Dr.
Yeah. How is Nyamiracounty?
Nyamira is doing well, despite the ups and downs of these political temperatures. Owing that this year is electioneering period, and we are nearing the D-Day. Now we are some 5 months away from the main day of knowing who is going to be the next president, the next governor, the next senator, all those election positions.
So generally, tell us first about the national politics, about the presidential elections. What is your view? What is going on?
Well, it's not very clear at this moment that maybe one can say person A or B will win. Most the presidential aspirants are trying to caucus, set alliances, which can propel them to State House. So there's no clear alliance that are shown popularity that can enable them to win, because at the moment the Azimio team and the Kenya Kwanza team, they're trying to mobilize and assemble personalities who are going to participate in this game and perhaps pay mileage to their respective alliances.
So right now we cannot say who is a clear winner or a loser in the presidential election.
It's not very clear. Most people are trying to shop. They are trying to shop the best people who are going to play specific roles in their campaigns, and they're waiting for dissolving of the assembly, the National Assembly, so that people can change from one party to the other, because the serving members of parliament and senators have got the serving members of parliament and senators have got a window that is past the deadline of IPC to change from one party to the other, because they are still sponsored by parties which might not sponsor them again to parliament. So once parliament has been dissolved, it's when you can know clearly so is going to run with this alliance. Then from there we can see the weight. It has gone.
Yeah. Hello?
Yes.
So it's good you brought about this Political Parties Act, which was amended this time. Now, the big trick here is that they say that you have to have a party at a specific time. Now, if you change your party, it means automatically you have lost. You are not a member of parliament. Is that not so?
Yeah, but the serving members of parliament and senators have got some qualified privileges. If they change now, they will not lose their positions. Yeah, they won't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Now let us come to Nyamiracounty. Give us generally among the two presidential candidates, where is Nyamira leaning to in terms of the national politics?
Well, as we speak, it seems that the Kenya Kwanza Alliance is ahead of Azimio because most of those potential aspirants in terms of the county positions, especially the gubernatorial seats, they have found themselves in an awkward situation because their parties at the national level, they have been recruited in the Azimio Alliance, most of them without their wish. They have found themselves in such an arrangement, which is going to affect them because it seems that Azimio will have a common front of nominating or choosing a flag bearer in Nyamira.
Okay.
Because if I can mention a few, we have governor. We have the current governor, Mheshimiwa Nyaribo, who is now it's like the owner of UPA as a party leader, and is serving is the incumbent. He has been brought together with Mwancha Okioma, who was number 3 last time. He's in the same alliance with Timothy Bosire, who is the national treasurer for ODM. ODM being a component of Azimio. He's with Penny Momanyi, the serving member of parliament for Borabu. He's also running for that seat. But all of them now are in one alliance. And when you look at their strength on the ground, it's almost the same. Now choosing who is going to be who,
it's going to be a headache.
It's going to be a headache. Number 2, you find that 2 of them come from Bogichora or Bogrango clan, and then the 2 of them come from Kitutu clan. So clan politics also is going to play a role, because if you deny this one an opportunity, the other clan will have a protest vote and support one of their own. So it's going to be a problem.
How about Kenya Kwanza?
Kenya Kwanza, as we speak now, we have 2 aspirants. We have Mheshimiwa Joseph Kiangoi, former member of parliament for North Mogrango constituents, and the former member of parliament for Iara is running from ANC. And the former member of parliament for Tutu Masaba, Walter Nyambati, is also running for that position from UDA, both in Kenya Kwanza. But the beauty part of it, both come from either sides of the clans. Kiangoi comes from Bogrango clan, and Nyambati Kitutu.
So now that we are having so many potential people who are going to run on these coalitions, and what the history in Kenya, what has disappointed Kenyans most of the time is the party nominations. Party nomination election have been sham. If I can, I'm not wrong to say. Why can't they think something like these coalitions to do a very credible nomination so that they would really know that they have a clear winner?
One thing that is a problem in most political parties, they are not democratic. There is no democracy.
There's no democracy.
In such parties. There is no democracy because one wants to win and get a ticket. He has to go out of his way and do all what he can or she can to get a ticket. By even corrupting the people who are managing the nominations, And sometimes because one of the regulations from the political party officers is that for a political party to use a party register nominations, they must register more than 50% of the electorates in that particular area. Right now in Nyamira, we have like 300,000 electorates. So if either ODM, UDA, or another party want to use the strictly members to nominate their candidate, they must register more than a half. That's 150,000. And as we speak, there's no party that can do that. There's no party that can manage to have, let's say, 150,000 members. Then they go for universal suffrage, which means they can use the IPC register, whereby if you find these other opposing political parties have realized there's a potential candidate somewhere who is likely to win, who is strong, they can sponsor a weak person to win a ticket so that they can defeat that person during the general elections.
Well, this is one of the issues since we started the multi-party in Kenya. One of the things we have failed is to develop parties which have structure, which have ideology, that we know that this party stands for this. Because we have been using parties as a way of going to parliament or running for president. Why would it be hard if all parties agree, if they could have, among the amendments, if they could have made it that nomination have to be conducted by IBC, so that all of the parties will have their members who want to be nominated, and then the IBC can conduct the election one day. So you don't vote for, if you are voting for Simio, you don't jump again vote for someone in Kenya Kwanza. This could have created a fair playing ground that people don't have to worry about how nomination will be.
Well, because the owners of political parties want to have control of what is happening in the political parties, so that they can satisfy their arrangements, they can satisfy what they want in politics. They cannot allow IPC to run such kind of an exercise because it's full of manipulation, and they know they use it for that. If it comes to parliament, they cannot pass it.
They cannot pass it. So then I can see it's very hard to bring reform in Kenya in terms of the political parties.
Yeah, I think the register of political parties should come up with a way of designing how party managements are done in order to have democratic processes, especially during nominations.
Yeah.
But unless they do that,
politics, you have said that they will
actually we are going to have over 10,000 registered political parties because everyone needs a party that he controls and is assured of a ticket. Either is a signatory to the ticket or what, but for one.
Hello. It looks like it's bad connection. Hello. We can't hear you. Hello. Well, we had our political analyst, Dan Mokua. We lost connection. But this is what he has been explaining, why political parties in Kenya are not able to do a credible nomination because of service interest. And as we were talking about the state of Nyamira, the county of Nyamira, that is what the county looks like with the different wards. Now, the last election, there were many competitors. I think, let's see whether, hey, Dan, thank you for coming back. We lost you.
Welcome.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes connections could be
bad. There's an interruption.
Yeah, it's sometimes an interruption. So, yeah, I wanted to show you the trend of Nyamira, the last election. That's the result from IBC. We had the winner, who is Nyagarama, who scored the late Johnny Obiero Nyagarama from ODM at 63,949. Then he was closely followed by Walter Nyambane of Jubilee. Nyambati with 57,000. Yes. Then we had Samson Yomwanja, number 3, 29,000. Then we had James Gesami
with 23,000.
With 23,000. And then we had someone with 9,000, I think Kennedy Mongare. What can you say about this close range of election, that the election was so close with so many political parties, but it was close? Why is that?
This shows that grand politics plays a major role, especially in Nyamira, because you can look at John Nyagarama. He comes from, the main clan is Bogrango, but he comes from a sub-clan known as Bonyamatuta, which is a bigger clan. It has numbers, and is a man who had diversified his investments within the county, because he had a home in Kitutu Masaba, he had a home in Borabu constituents, and he was born in West Mogrango. So the 3 constituencies took him as their person and voted for him. And then again, there was power of incumbents, because he was the incumbent by that time. Yet the system is the one who recruited the county employees, because he was the first governor. So all the count workforce work of his hands. And sometimes there were threats that if a new governor comes in, maybe he can terminate your job. So people were fearing for their jobs. So they had to support him. You can see Walter Nyambati and Okioma, even if they come from Kitutu Masaba. Okioma comes from a sub-clan known as Botabori, which also commands a larger portion of electorates in Nyamiracounty. So that's why he's scored a considerable amount of votes. Nyambati was a government candidate. The Jubilee government was in office. All the civil servants and those who were aligned to the government were in his support. He almost took it, but because of the power of incumbents, he lost by a very slim margin.
Yeah, that was a very slim margin. He lost. So you have talked about clan politics. Do you mean the larger? We have two. You talked about 2 major clans, Kitutu and the Mogrango. But then you went down to sub clans within the bigger clan. How do you see the same playing to this coming election in Nyamira?
Well, it depends on how people set networks and maybe how they align themselves in the top seats, like the governor and his deputy governor, senator. When they are setting up lineups, it will depend how they distribute those big seats. Like now, if you come from West Mugrango and North Mugrango, which both are from Mugrango clan, and maybe you get a deputy and a governor candidate from those two, you see they form a bigger portion of electorates.
Okay.
West Mugrango last time had like 76,000 votes. North Mugrango had like 64. Then there is one ward in Borabu, which is inhabited by Mugrango clan, which also has like 24,000 registered voters.
Okay.
So cumulatively, out of 290,000 votes which were registered by
that time. Hello. Okay. I think we again lost him. It keeps going down. So let's see. Yeah, as we were talking about the elections of Nyamira, the election last time was very close. So it means that even this time it might be close, but we will continue from here because that was the analysis of the elections in most of the political parties in Kenya. So thanks for listening. We will again bring you next time.